The respiratory system of a frog, working in conjunction with the circulatory system, aims to circulate blood flow and, by extension, oxygen throughout the body. It consists of 7 different components. The process of respiration begins as air enters through the nares. By depressing the floor of their mouth, this air is drawn towards an outpocket of the mouth known as the buccal cavity. The air, now trapped as the nostrils close, is driven into the lungs by a positive pressure created when the floor of the mouth is elevated. The muscles then contract, and the elastic lungs recoil, expelling the gas out of the lungs through the open glottis. The pharynx connects the nostrils to the trachea, and these help to transport air to the lungs, which sit on either side of the heart. These sacs contain various branches of bronchioles, which are further divided into microscopic alveoli. These tiny air sacs facilitate gases exchange through tiny capillaries. However, unlike mammals, they can also breathe through their skin in a process known as cutaneous respiration. The circulatory system consists simply of the heart, the blood vessels, and the blood itself. Frogs have a closed double-loop circulatory system, which will be further explained later in the video. The heart itself is encapsulated within a thin membrane, known as the pericardial sac, and has 3 distinct chambers, a singular ventricle and 2 atria. Rats throughout history have played a major role in scientific advancement through their invaluable use as experimental subjects. This is due to the major similarities between their anatomy and our own, especially in the respiratory and circulatory system with only minor differences in structure. The rat's ventilation process is operated by the inhalation of air through their nostrils before being transported by the pharynx and trachea into the lungs. Once this air has traveled to the lungs, gas exchange occurs through alveoli. Alveoli are tiny air sacs in the lungs whose function is to absorb oxygen into the rat's circulatory system before exhaling unwanted gases such as carbon dioxide. The rat's circulatory system is closed, meaning that blood is pumped through the vessels and heart while circulating throughout the entire body. Before this, small capillaries in the walls of the alveoli transfer oxygen into the blood, allowing oxygen to be carried through the body when systemic circulation occurs. The heart of the rat, much like our own, consists of 4 chambers and has the role of pumping blood around the body. The right atrium receives oxygen-deficient blood before pumping it to the right ventricle, which transports this blood to the lungs for oxygenation. The left atrium then receives oxygen-rich blood from the lungs and pumps it to the left ventricle, which disperses the blood around the body.